Ready? I was born ready. Good evening, everyone. Good evening. I only have a little while, as I have to be up early for a 14-hour shift. You do a lot of them, don't you, really? I just sort of pop on. To be honest, I was going to pop on a bit earlier, but I got working late, and time is money, and money is time, so I thought I might as well have a go at that. Let me just pop my chat out, because I'm actually watching myself, and it's weird. Pop out chat. I can't remember where the ELR went, to be honest. Oh, God. Bloody hell. Organised or not. The stream's current bitrate. Oh, dear. Lower than the recommended bitrate. We currently use a stream bitrate. Oh, Christ. I don't know what's going on there. I don't know whether my... I think my bloody router wants restarting. Let me know if it starts skipping. God knows where the... Oh, there it is. Right. So I promised Connor a little drop of Push Vape View when I get to Expo. So I thought I'd just mix one up. So if you're watching this on the replay, thank you very much for watching it. I don't blame you for not being here. I'm only going to be here for half an hour anyway because Tim's on at 12 o'clock. But by the time I did all my stuff, it's got on to this time. So hang on, I forgot to load that bloody thing up. No. 1 second. Okay. Oh no, that didn't work out right, did it? God, I'm hopeless at this. Thankfully you didn't see that bit. Right. I need to add something to it. No, I don't. Oh, God. I know what I'm doing now. It's all right. Head's the shed tonight. It's been flat out. I'm mad busy, though. Image. There we go. It's all right. I guess I find this really complicated when it gets to trying to do things with OBS all at the same time. It doesn't really work out for me. Right, that's there. So what we've done, he likes fruit things. Hello, Dion, how you doing? Nice to see you. Good evening, Gary F. 1872. You're doing well. Good evening, Gary Foster. Hello, Scuba. Get on with it. Oh, dear. He's like one of those bloody football hooligans. So it's just a real simple mix. This is what I vape mouth along all the time. I've actually reduced the percentages of the ingredients to do it in a 3 milligram because I think it would be over flavoured if I did it in the strength I do it in for mouth to lung. I always put a few more percent in it for that reason, because I think when you do mouth to lung it's not getting as warm and sometimes you don't get as much of the flavours coming out. So I'll put that up there. So we're just going to have a little mix, and I'll clear off as soon as I can because obviously Tim's on. Advocate for Liberty. Is the sour very good? Yeah, I bought quite a lot of it. What I tend to do with my buying is I tend to get stuff when it's, on sale. So you might as well, wouldn't you, get 10 things for the same price as what 5 things would be. I've got on that right. I've actually been using Rainbow Vape's Intense stuff until now, but I got a massive great bottle. So you'll see sort of generic bottles with the stuff in because they've come in 50 and 100ml bottles. For sometimes £2.50, so you might as well have them at that, haven't you? So I'm just going to mix it up in... I'm going to mix this one in the bottle to keep Scuba happy instead of doing it in a big jug. Because it's I'm only going to make one of them just for Connor. Because he might not even like it. But you've got to have a vape, haven't you? I've got Johnny Overkill's LiPo with a very small tank on the top. This is the DNA version, so you can put what you like in it. You can actually vape mouth to lung if you want. Vaping that at 85 watts It's not a bad mod, this. It's not the sort of thing you take to work with you. You could actually use it to beat somebody to death with, really, couldn't you? So I ought to put the camera down, and then you'll be able to see what I'm doing. Hopefully it'll keep that on there. It will. Put me out of the way. You don't want to look at... Oh, I could go across the other side. You can watch me. I need a good sour apple candy vape, but the sours haven't been right. Yeah, right. I don't know. I've not really compared it to anything else, to be really honest, but I just have it in there just to give it a little bit of a kick. It never makes it sour, if I'm really honest. But I don't know if I want it sour anyway. I just like it with a little bit of a kick, that's all. I don't really think you'll be able to see that ELR thing, will you? I don't know whether... is all flavours available over there still, Scuba, or can you get that type of thing? That was the FA one. I said the other one was this. I've been using this before that. Sweet and sour. I actually like that. That was nice. Just use that as a bit of an additive, just to fire it up. But say, as you'll see, I use Capella's cranberry. I've just bought loads of that because I actually love that. This is Shock, which is from Mullenbury, which is a sort of a licorice kick. And I can't think what else is in there. You'd have to look it up, but I really do like that. I use it in most of my mixes. Well, most of my mouth to lung mixes. And obviously that's just that FA sour. So I say they just end up in these generic bottles, because trying to tip a 50ml into anything, you never actually get what you want in there. You get a lot more of it. Just give me an audio check, if you will. I went on the Laid Back Vape show last night, and all of a sudden the mic decided to start buzzing like a bad boy. So when I came off there, I took everything apart and then put it all back together again, and I think it's cured it. It's quite disappointing, really. Well, there's nothing worse than getting audio trouble halfway through a stream. I think what it was, the cat went under there and he was jumping about and yanking things, so I think he'd give the bloody cable a good pull, to be really honest. So let's get on and do this, and we'll be away really shortly, and then Tim can get on with his show, and everybody can go and watch him. There we go, a bottle. We set up right. I know with that big one, I can actually get it to. You can actually get it to do the screen and the bottle at the same time. These come out from. These are fake Gorilla bottles. Benny told me to get them, and they're not very good. The nozzles aren't very good. It sounds fine. That's all right. Thanks, Gary. You'd have noticed if it didn't sound fine, because it was like a boo. I don't know what... I'm not a sound technician, but anyway, I actually took everything apart, put it back together again. I'm just presuming the cat would give the mic wire a good yank. Because that's what cats do, isn't it, really? I'm sorry, I'm going to bed. I've had enough of today. Been very busy at work and at home. Have a good stream, mate. So I'm not here for long. It was either do it or record it. So I just thought I'd just do it. I actually did a recorded one last week, and loads of people watched it, and I'm not really sure why. It took me hours to do, because I got... I think my grandkids were downstairs, so I got the door shut, and I kept listening to them instead of doing what I was doing. Here we are, I found them now. So I probably won't buy these again, because the nozzles aren't really big enough. You tend to have to shove your tweezers down to get 70-30 out. That's not really big enough to. So if you shove the tweezers down the thing and just make the hole bigger at the end, it seemed to work better. Not my favourite bottle, shall we see? Sorry for all the rustling. But as usual, every time I plan to do anything, it always goes tits up. Right, most important thing, tear. Let's put that up in the air. Watch out for crotch cam. under there. Hopefully give myself a bit of room. Press tear again. They're really sensitive, them scales. Right, first one in is the magic sauce that all us vapors like. I'm just making sure I've got it right. Yeah, 3 milligram. So I just need to put 4.32 grams of this stuff in. It's not going to be easy with it under this camera. I think we're going for 4.31 because I know a drop of nicotine weighs more than that on magic sauce. So that's that in first. The next thing is we'll put the PG and VG in after. Capella Cranberry at 2.5%, which is 2.5 grams or 2.5 millilitres if you're actually doing it with syringes. God, I don't know why anybody would do that. I've no idea. So, Cap Cranberry. I always shake that first. You don't want any pure secret sauce on top, just saying. I never thought of that. Poor old Connor, if it blows the back of his head out on a mech. I never thought of that, to be fair. I'll just move that over a bit because I can't get under it. So, 2.50 grams. No. Excellent. Malfunction. Right, we didn't mess it up anyway. That's good. My camera hates me. Yeah. Be a little bit stronger, cranberry stronger. I'll know for next time. Yeah. I never did think about it. I never did, genuinely. Right, the next thing we're putting in is the shock from Mullenbury. I actually love this stuff. I don't think Mullenbury are there anymore, are they? I think it's Chem Novatic. Let's do that. That'd be better. So this is going in at 2 grams, 2%, or 2 millilitres. Look at that. Perfection. I keep banging my nose on this bloody microphone. So the sour stuff I only put in at 1% because it's just, because it is. I'll give that a check in case anything is in that. So just 1 gram of that. I've done it perfect again. Right, bit of super sweet in there at 0.25. I probably should have upped it a little bit for Connor because I think he's mainly a... Cheech, how you doing? How are you? Nice to see you. We haven't seen Cheech for a while again. If you've got a blue... If you're blue, don't... Cheech is always welcome here. Bless him. and we tend to leave him to have freedom of speech. Just 0.25 of super sweet, and that nearly does it, really, to be honest. .26, that'll do him, won't it? So just a bit of PG and VG, and we're good to go. Is that a mouth to lung vape? No, it's not. It's this is. I'm going to do it. I'm going to do it for sub ohm. So it's 70/30. That's I've actually reduced because it's like 5 point. Flavour total 5.75%, which seems to be about right, to be fair. You watch it with too bloody strong. I've only ever mixed it in mouth to lung, to be really honest, but Connor doesn't do mouth to lung, so I thought I'd make it in sub-ohmy. So PG, 20.81 grams. See if I can manage without getting it all over the place. Can't believe it, can you? What is the shock concentrate? It's there's a mixture of stuff in there. Mollenbury shock. If you Google it, it'll tell you exactly what's in there. But there's like a little bit of a licorice twang to it. It makes it really interesting. And once you've been vaping, you walk back in the room, it smells absolutely fantastic. It's just a little bit of a different sort of taste. I've been using it for ages. When Nick sent some out, a load of concentrates out. John Paul Glasgow, good evening. Sorry, I missed you. And we love you because you remember. Oh, and you, Scuba. Nick sent them out originally and it was in there, and I just got to like it, and I bought gallons of it since, and then I think I bought another 100 mils of it the other week as well. I love it. I put it in every mouth to lung thing I have. It just gives it that little bit of a kick. I really enjoy it. So VG 88.27. This will be a bit of a ball ache. Actually, it's fairly warm up here tonight. We've had a cracking day here in rural Lincolnshire. It's been like 20 degrees. It's been lovely. If I was just mixing this without a camera on the top, I would take the lid off and get it up to 80 grams and then put the nozzle back on and just finish it off. But for demonstration purposes, I've left the top on. 88.27 is the magic number. Ooh. Slightly over. I think we'll let ourselves off with that. Hello, Addy. Nice to see you. How are you doing? Good to see you, buddy. I know some inconvenient truths. Cheats is getting older. He's toned it down a bit. I don't know. So that's it, really. I tend to leave the tops on with these as well, so I don't get to knuckle test. But that's what it looks like. If you're new to mixing, that's how easy it is to make a delicious, fabulous posh vape view. This needs a bit of a shake up, and that's it. Leave it for a steep. I usually find with this stuff, get a week, it's plenty. I actually could have made it 120, couldn't I? Because it's 120ml bottle. Actually, it gives enough room to shake it up as well, so that'd be handy. Good evening, Connor. How are you doing? You're our esteemed guest, because this is being made for you, mate. We're just making Connor's posh vapes you. Let's put myself back up here. I'll be able to see y'all, because basically I've finished now. Move that out of the way. Make it smaller. I don't know why I'm telling you, because you have no idea what I'm on about. There we go. So there we are, Connor. That's your posh vape view. I've just got to stick a label in it and write on it. I could write on it with the I could write on it with the special running out felt tip pen if you want, just to make it even more authentic. HB, how you doing? We love you. Sorry I'm late. I was fetching a nice bourbon to drink. Okay, we're not here for very long because in 10 minutes there's another US mixing show on. If I don't watch out, they'll come across and shoot me or something. Oh, I ain't got the label on square. Sorry, Connor. It's not very square. Let's try our best to see if we can get another one there. These are $1.99 for a big reel of them. So, God, they stick ever so well as well. I think you'll have to do it with that, Connor, because it don't want to come off. If you don't like it that much, you'll have to put it in the bath. Let's just put the camera down while we write on it for a laugh. No, I shouldn't think you will, to be fair. Unless we mix Connor something else up. Right, here we go. 1 key label. We'll do it nice and big because Connor's got a sight disability. I think I've got a sight disability as well, Connor. I know it's really running out this week. Not very good, really, is it? I'm not sending you that one, Connor. I'll have to bathe it off. Let's take it off and try again. I ain't got my proper pen up here anyway. My wife's like a kleptomaniac for pens. If you leave one anywhere, she nicks it. You never see it again. She used to do it with lighters as well, when she smoked. That's not a very pretty name. These are really good. If you just drop them in water, they just basically come straight off. The other trick is to if you're reusing the bottle, is to fill it up with boiling water and then, or not boiling water, but really warm water, and then they just peel off again. Got myself some of those labels for the bottles. Ain't too bad. These came from B&M, not as in bricks and mortar, but as in B&M. And I got a big reel of them, $1.99. They're brilliant. I've got to be honest, for my own stuff, you can't even see me. I've just realised I took the bloody camera off. There we are. Sorry about that. Well, I don't really think you want to see me anyway. I use pencils on labels, never fails. Do you know, I never thought of that. I think I've got a big thick marker here somewhere. Oh, that's a bloody mess. Wish I'd left it now. I've never known one stick so quick in my life. It's because it's warm up here. God. I might need to rebottle it. Best thing to get it off with is nail polish remover. That brings it straight off. Well, that's better. Use a Sharpie on the... what Bill does, he just puts 2 initials on the bottle and then sticks a piece of sellotape over the top and it keeps it there. And then if you're going to reuse the bottles, you can use it for what you want. Which is a good idea, but I just wanted this to look a bit decent, to be honest. So. Because I think Connor's going to review it on his channel. Here we go. Let's try another one. These are those labels I got, if anybody's interested. No, it's done it again. I nearly swore then. It's never going to go on there straight, ever. It did. It did. Better. Masking tape. Yeah, that's cracking idea. My PA5 is dead. I would be upsetting. You're patient. All right. See, that's what you normally do. You go on there trolling, do you? Instead of being on here trolling. Went to you for ages. Have you? Because you were doing a bit of cheats darts and that, weren't you? Was that you? You never know. There's that many people being you. I got a thermal printer at work and at home. I'll just print some. Well, yeah. Graham got one of them things, didn't he? Could do, but Sony get involved. Oh, if you start trolling, then you soon get the sack off the system, do you? It's only a bit of fun, isn't it? It doesn't really mean it. Just a laugh, isn't it? People take life too seriously. Yeah, cheat starts 8. That's not a bad vape, that. I'm going to see if I can get a little bit more out of it. Pop it up to... it does 400 watts, this LiPo. Come on. There we go, 90 watts. You watch, fry the cotton straight away. Have you thought about putting a game changer for getting a game changer? It's about 300 quid. Why would you? You're absolutely shite. What, shite at darts? I'm not into any sort of games like that. It just don't. They never really interest me. I used to do a bit of gaming when I first started, when the old SNES thing, and I used to enjoy doing that. And then it blew up, and just lost interest in it. I used to downloaded I paid for the Game Pass and downloaded the thing onto the computer, then started doing a bit on my other channel. But I just found it boring. That's better. It was a bit lackluster, that, really. I do if it's a custard. It can never be too steeped, to be honest. But with fruits, I do leave them a week just to get the full flavour of it. But I have used them when they're sooner than that. I like racing, yeah. Yeah, and I even tried that. I got a few games on my computer for racing, and I can't make the bloody thing work. Shooting was always my thing, but some of them things that some of them games that you see are just bloody like horror films, aren't they? I don't know. I think probably if I had more time, but one thing I really do enjoy is uploading YouTube videos, as you probably notice. I do like posting stuff on here. It's been a bit of a saviour for me. One thing I don't like with Eliquid is when you pick it up after ages and ages and ages, and it has that bitter, gone off e-liquid taste. I'd rather throw it away than vape that. And every e-liquid tastes just the same regardless of what's in it. It's just that sort of acrid, I don't know, foul. This is one I made up. This is the strawberry crusted donut. I like this. That should be ready then, Connor. The other thing is when you take the top off it and start using it, I believe that you get some air in it and it actually makes it steep quicker. It's nice. It really does it. Yeah, the homogenizer is really the only way to speed up the steeping, yeah. Which is alright if you're going to, but I don't know about you, but all of us have got bloody 2 gallon of e-liquid behind us, haven't we? I've got loads of it. Yeah, gone bad taste, yeah. And it just tastes exactly the same. I made a whiskey bourbon and lime juice on Sunday, leaving it a week. Hang on, that bloody love art's in the way. The only bourbon I've got is a Mullenberry's bourbon. I've got this stuff here. That's got bourbon in it. That's bloody lovely, that Castle Long. It's a lot of money though for 50 mils, 18 quid. But it's supposed to be steeped in oak barrels, and it's really nice. You can sort of taste it. It clings to you as well. It really does smell beautiful. I don't know with whiskies. Obviously custards, especially if it's Cat B1. Now I made some liquids up. I made one for Matt Waite, and I've used custard, instead of using custard version 2, I've used Cat V1. So that should be lovely and creamy, even though you still get the triangles. I've done some strawberry custard donut, because Matt's already tried that. But I've done one for Cloud Chucker. And I've done this one, the white chocolate banana custard. That'll be bloody gorgeous. I don't know why I haven't made myself one, to be honest. It's gone nice and golden, that, in a week. Probably be another week. By the time we get to Expo, it should be vaporable, that I would have thought it'd be nice. I should have made myself some of that while I was doing the other ones. Yeah, that Mullenberry one's nice. I tried it with Coke though, but their Coke tastes bloody flat. And trying to get the Coke not to be flat, it seems to be everybody's sort of big thing. Do you ever use the Flavour Stash and shopping list on ELR? Yeah, well, I put all my stuff in the Flavour Stash as I use it. Sometimes as I buy it, I forget to put it in, and then you decide to use it. What I do though now, I didn't used to do it. I actually research what other people are mixing it at and what the recommended is, and use it at somewhere around there, and it's surprising you get much better results. You drip it on the Mecca Expo. Anybody looking at the XL Asgard? I think that might be a bit of a choice for me, to be honest. If I can get somebody to make me some really big 0.55 series coils, I'll be able to use it on my rule breaker, because I ain't had that out for ages, and I'm presuming those coils might not be any good now. They've been on there a while, and it's 12.6 volts, and to be honest, that big Valhalla was never an amazing RDA, because it's a it's never been an amazing RDA. It's too airy. The O-rings weren't very good on it, and they're a bit loose, so it's just full of air. Don't bother the shopping list, as I keep buying too much anyways. I ain't bought a lot. I've got a lot of concentrates here, probably not as much as most people, but who are keen on mixing. But I must have a good couple of hundred. I've got 3 or 4 drawers full of them anyway that I keep picking up. Some of them the same, but and I've got quite a few 60 mils on the little drawer behind me there. I actually bought 200 mils of that cranberry, because I'm just looking on the thing and there's 2 there. And 200 mils of that shock, I think. I've actually got some dirty tobacco up there, so I ought to mix myself for... I've got some holy RY4. If I put some of that in there, a bit of that dirty tobacco, and then I think I've got some Western Gold or something, and put some of that in there. 2 strips of Cap V1. It'd be lovely, wouldn't it? You're planning on getting me Overkill Luna RD8. And the mod maker Squonk Mech. Is Overkill going there? I don't know if he's there. He seems to have gone off the radar a little bit. Yeah, I've got Mike gave me the Aromomizer, the original one. I do like that. It's a nice tool, to be fair. I had about 3 weeks of that 100-day cough thing, though, so I've been vaping mouth to lung for ages. So I ain't really been using much of anything. But I've wicked this one up last week. I've actually been using this on a mech, this tank, on that heavy hitter mech, and it's lovely, to be fair. But some people don't like it, so that's why I did it. Then I also put a lanyard on my stacked mech as well, just to bring it up to bang on trend. Time we on. Right, I really ought to bugger off. I've been here a while. It's 12 in the morning. It's gone dark. But Legio Alexa is going to have some of his stuff on Jane Stand. I didn't realise that. Last thing I heard, he'd got a little bit behind with his orders, and he was taking a bit of time off to get everything done, because he was too busy faffing about and he couldn't get on with anything, and people were starting to complain. It's a shame that, because it was a good stand ready there. We all love a lanyard. Did you actually see it? I've got a flowered one here. I don't know if you saw me on Benny's show the other night, but I had a couple of whiskies just because I got a bit of toothache. And I just sort of rinsed it around my gum, and then I got the taste for it. Well, by the time I'd finished there, I was actually going on to do a live stream, and I was 3 parts pissed. But I watched it back, and I actually carried it off pretty well. Sometimes, though, when you've been drinking neat bourbon, your head takes a bit of a wobble, while your liver seems to accept what you've been punishing it with, and then you sort of come down to earth. So I didn't do too bad. It's amazing what you can buy in it. Some of the older stuff is just as bloody good as... well, obviously there's no new stuff, is there? I've not really ever got on with this, to be honest. This is one of them... What Brent made. What's it called? I always seem to get this to gurgle somehow. I don't know what I do with it. Whether I overdrip it, I don't know. But it's a beautiful looking thing. I wish I could actually get it to run properly, but I maybe need to watch somebody else wicked up, and then I'll be a lot better at it. Still can't see where Bogan... Still can't see where he's meant to be in there. He's on... so he's in the home zone. Get some Eagle Rare Bourbon. You'll love it. Neat. I had Gentleman Jack's the other night, but 40%, it rattles a bit, doesn't it? I actually like some scotches as well. They're a little bit sweeter. I do tend to mix a lot of bourbon with Coke. I've got a 1.75 litre of Jim Beam, and that needs a bit of taming, doesn't it, Jim Beam? It's a bit bloody harsh. Although I really do like Jim Beam Black. I love that. I can suck that neat. I don't know if you can still get Cat V1. I ended up with 120ml of it. And another one of my buying sprees. I think what the worst thing you can ever do is have a few beers and get in a room with Graham, in a Zoom room with Graham. You'll order everything. Right, I better clear off anyway. It's come to that time. It's time I nipped off. I'm actually pretty tired tonight, to be honest. It was one of them. I seemed to sleep for a lot of hours last night, but you don't get proper sleep, and it makes you feel really, like, I don't know, swamped all day. I haven't felt right all day today. So, thanks ever so much for popping in and watching this. I didn't expect anybody to come in. I just thought people could watch it on the Tennessee Rye. Now, I've tried Maker's Mark. That blows me socks off. I tried that in when I was in Florida once. I bought some from the shop. Obviously, it's easily available over here now. But at the time, it wasn't. It was about 2016, and you didn't see it so much over here. And I had half a bottle of that, and I was walking like a deer. My legs just wouldn't work. And I thought, Christ, I wonder what that was. I maybe didn't have enough tea. So I tried it again the next night, and I had exactly the same results. So I've tried that with a lot more respect. In like Tennessee Rye, wouldn't it be a bit rough tasting? Just as a general question, I quite like it smoother. I do like Gentleman Jack's. I like Jack Daniels, but I tend to drink more Jim Beams because one thing, it's cheaper, and the other thing with Gentleman Jack's, with Jack Daniels, if you have too much of it makes me feel sick all the next day. Tennessee Fire. Is that bourbon one? That's I can't remember what I was on about now. It's gone. Oh, that cinnamon one. You get the Jim Beam cinnamon one. I'm not very keen on that. Somebody bought me 2 bottles. One's for they bought me one for my birthday, one for Christmas. And I drunk half a bottle of one of them, and I just sort of couldn't get on with it. It was too sticky and sweet and stuff like that. Anyway, I gave the other one to my brother. He loves it. Right, that's it anyway. Big love to you all, if you remember, and if you're not, you can be. But it's up to you, obviously. Thank you very much to everybody for popping in, and if you're watching on the replay, thank you very much again. And if you could give us a thumbs up on the way out, I'll be right chuffed. Catch you soon. Lovely to see you again as well, by the way, Cheats. And we'll catch you all. I'm not on this week because I'm working, but bound to be popping up quite a lot next week because it's the expo. Catch you later. Bye-bye.